Hello everyone and welcome back to Learning the Lyre Harp. My name is Sharon. Today I'm going to be doing a chord tutorial on a song called A Pure Heart. This song is very new to me. I have never heard of this song before until very recently when one of our subscribers very kindly asked for me to do a chord tutorial on this song. So if you've never heard of it before, I did do a recent song video of me playing the song and singing it. That way you can see and kind of time yourself on how to do this song. The lyrics and the chords that I picked for this song is available on the website learningthelyreharp.com. The link for that website will also be down below, so if you haven't had a chance, go ahead and download that lyric sheets with the chords. I indicated the chord inversions that I am specifically using for this song, but you don't need to use that chord inversions if you care to use a different one. Triads, simple triads will be fine, or if you prefer to do a completely, if you prefer to transpose it to a different tune, that's up to you as well. So let's get going. I will just adjust my camera so you could see what I'm doing on my lyre and which notes I am using. Okay, hopefully you can see my lyre. I am using my new lyre for this tutorial. This is the ABS Cega clear acrylic lyre. It's hard for you to see the notes, I know, but hopefully you can follow along. I have painted my pegs with blue for F's and red for C's, so hopefully that will at least help you with the indication of the notes that I am doing for this tutorial. And then I did a simple introduction for this song. It started with a C major chord, and I picked G, C, E for that chord, followed by A minor chord, A, C, E, then G major chord, G, B, D, and then F major chord, A, C, F. So that's the introduction. You can play this as a whole, as a block chord. So you could do G, C, E all at once. You can do A minor chord as a block chord, A, C, E, followed by a G major chord block chord, followed by F major chord. It's up to you which one you find easier and which one you find suits the chord. For me, I like to break up the chords a little bit because it accompanies the voice much nicely, I think, and it also adds interest. But that's just my opinion. If it's easier for you to play by block chord, please go ahead and do that. So let's play the introduction together. I will say the notes as I pick them. G, C, E, A, C, E, G, B, D, A, C, F. And then it goes to the verse. A pure heart, that's what I long for, are the words. And it starts with C major chord. Again, I'm doing G, C, E. So it goes a pure heart, G, C, E. And then another C chord, G, C, that's what I, and then an A minor chord, A, C, long for. Again, let's do that line. A pure heart, that's what I long for. The next line starts with a D minor and a G, and then followed by C and G once you say the word. So you start with A and D minor, and then the word after gets to G, and then you play the C and G. So it goes A, D, F, a heart that follows hard after D, and then a C chord, and then a G chord. The next verse is a pure heart that's what I long for. This is exactly the same as the first line, and again the second line is exactly the same, so I'm not going to go through that anymore. I'm going to go back down to the chorus. It starts with F and G, a heart that hides your word. It's the first line of the chorus, so I go A, C, F are the notes that I'm plucking. A heart that hides your, and then G, B, D, your word. The next line is so that sin may not come in, and that gets C and an A minor. So G, C, E, G, C, E. So that sin may not, and then A minor, A, C, E, come in. The next line is a heart that's undivided. That gets an F and a G. So A, C, F. A heart that's and then G divided. That's GBD. And then we go down to the next line. But one you rule and reign. Starts with C. But one you rule, and then reign is GBD. GBD. The next line is F and G again, is what the chords that you'll need. A heart that beats compassion. A has the F, so ACF. A heart that beats compassion gets a G, GBD, compassion. The next line is and pleases you, my Lord. It's got C and A minor. So G, C, E, and pleases you, my is where you will play A minor, A, C, E, my Lord. And the next line is a sweet aroma of worship. Starts with F, so ACF, a sweet aroma, and then down to G, GBD, of worship. And this one, the next line is the last line, that rises to your throne. So F, G, C, and then C again. And on this one, I tend to play the arpeggios a bit faster. So almost like a rolled chord, but not quite, just a faster arpeggio that rises to your throne. Again, ACF for F, that rises, and G to your GCE throne, and then an C again. And then you repeat again from the chorus. You repeat the whole thing from the verse to the chorus, and then for the finishing it up, you just repeat that last line: a sweet aroma of worship that rises to your throne, and you're using the same notes. So I'm not going to go through that. And the outro, you're just using A minor, and then F, G, and then C. So it's similar to what we did for the introduction. We're just gonna play them just the chords and not sing anything. So it starts with A minor, and then F, and then G, and then to C. And a little bit different here, after I pluck this G, I'm gonna go to the G, and then up to the high C, the middle C, just to finish it off nicely. Okay, so let's go through the whole song now with all of the chords that we use for the song. I'm not going to do the introduction or the outro for this one. I'm just going to go ahead and start with the chords that you need for the verses and the chorus. So it starts with GCE, a pure heart, C, that's what A minor long 4, and then D minor, a heart that follows hard, G major after D, and then C, G minor, G major. We repeat that line, a pure heart, C, that's what A minor, long 4, D minor, a heart that follows hard after D, and again C, G, and then we go to F for the chorus, a heart that hides your word, G, and C, so that sin may not, A minor, come in, F, a heart that's on G, divided, C, but one you rule, and G, reign, F, a heart that beats, G, compassion, C, and pleases you, and then A minor, my Lord, F, a sweet aroma of worship that rises, that was F, now to G, to your C throne, and then another C. And then pretend you repeated the whole thing, and now we go to the final, I guess this would be the coda. It starts with F, a sweet aroma, and G of worship that F rises, G to your, and then C throne. And if you don't want to do the outro, that's fine. You could just end right there, or you could do the same thing that I did for the last chord on the outro. I did. You could go F that rises to your, and then C throne. You could just do that, or just pretty much just end with another chord, with another C chord. So that's it. It's a very easy song, very simple song to learn to sing and play. I learned it in a couple of days. Actually, it's not that hard to sing and play. I hope that you like this tutorial and that you like learning and playing this song, and I get to hear you play it one day. That's it for now, and as always, do like and subscribe, and happy playing!